The role of GIS for coastal environmental monitoring, especially in Malaysia. The coast refers to general region of land near the water, and the narrow strips that have indirect contact to the coastal water and land is called coastline. What is GIS? GIS stands for Geographic Information System. Using computer hardware, software, and data, we can explore the fundamental principle of geography that location is important in people's life. Using GIS, we can view, understand, question, visualize, and interpret data in visual ways, which allow us to make better decisions. With GIS, we can understand what has happened, what is happening, and what will happen in geographic space. There are two basic types of GIS information: raster, like image from satellite, which we call imagery, and vector, we call everything else. There are various kinds of potential hazards, including erosion, tsunamis, and rapid coastal development. In order to overcome this hazard, GIS technology can be used in diverse fields of study. GIS technology important to be used to obtain the precise data, especially for monitoring process. GIS plays various roles toward the environment, especially to implement environmental impact assessment (EIA), disaster management, shoreline monitoring, monitor the land cover and land use, and estimate the flood damage. Thus, it can be seen that GIS technology is significantly important in having the good management of the environments. Environmental Impact Assessment or EIA is the process of study which predict the effect that are proposed by the industrial or infrastructural subject on the environment. EIA is important to monitor and conserve the ecosystem and environment. It is also needed to ensure the proposed development fulfill all the criteria and policies. GIS can be applied in whole range of EIA stages and as an incorporation framework for the full process. Effective monitoring management and environmental conservation are the main components that need to be considered in EIA project, and it helps to have the planning and good management of the project for the long-term measurements. GIS also can be used to improve the environmental assessment by monitoring the exist and potential proposed project. The project that will be developed in the coastal zone are the good example to have the EIA practice that use GIS technology due to involvement and interaction to the coastal environment directly and indirectly. Most of the stages in EIA use GIS technology, and it can be seen that GIS plays an essential role in EIA, specifically in monitoring practices. Next, GIS technology are developed to be used in order to protect the environment, like in the coastal area. Monitor and analyze the risk potential to the area that are being affected due to the natural or anthropogenic disaster or how the human being helped with the GIS technology. This hazard may last over the period of minutes to decades if there is any action of monitoring process. And this disaster contribute to the harmful effect to the coastal environment, specifically toward the biotic component. For example, oil pollution, GIS technology can help to monitor the area that exposed to the oil spills disaster, along with visualizing them in the form of model. It is important for Malaysia to have the model due to the Straits of Malacca have the fragile ecology and economic area due to heavy traffic of the ships and has the high potential to have the oil pollution. The model also can be used for further assessment for monitoring activities in coastal environment. Flood event can be applied in GIS technology in order to monitor any damage or potential damage due to the energy of the wave at that time. The coastal habitat are significantly affected and destroyed due to the flood event, and the introduction of the new species to the ecosystem are the example of the effect from the flood events. The map of the index of the flood susceptibility also can be obtained by using GIS technology, which can be used for monitoring process. Another role of GIS for coastal environment is shoreline changes monitoring. Sea level rise represent the natural sources, and the rapid coastal development represent the anthropogenic sources that contribute to the changes of the shoreline in all areas around the world, including Malaysia. In conclusion, by having GIS technology, the process to monitor the coastal environment would be easier compared to the traditional method. GIS technology help people to monitor the coastal environment by implement EIA for the project development in the coastal area, monitor the disaster, monitor the shoreline changes, and monitor the flood damage. This monitoring is essential in protecting the coastal zone and environment.